And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Central Catholic High School, the home of the Central Catholic Crusaders. High school basketball tonight on the Stark Media YouTube channel as Central welcomes in the tradition-rich basketball program of the Wildcats of Canton South. I'm Sam Bourquin, joined by my partner Lee Shooter Foster here at Central Catholic tonight. Lee, the Crusaders roll in 3-0. Canton South comes in
2-1.
2-1. They do have a common opponent of Tuslaw. Both handled the Mustangs relatively easily. Of course, Tuslaw kind of rebuilding this year, but they'll get things back together. But Central off to that 3-0 start. I do think it's been a while. I didn't want to ask Coach before the game tonight. We were chatting back in the room, but I said, when's the last time a Central Catholic basketball squad started 4-0? I think it's been quite a while. And, of course, you look at their angle of young man, Luke Volkowski, got some time as a freshman a year ago, starting to grow into his body a little bit. He's about 9 points a game. And you got a young man by the name of DeMonte DeGraffenried who's been in the program for a couple years, finally getting to start now his senior year. And then you switch over to Canton South, and, there's that Snyder fella who was a really good football player for Coach Dennison down at Canton South, Poochie Snyder, and he's back on the hardwood again. So this should be fun. These teams have been playing each other back and forth, home and home for years now. It's a really good series earlier in the season, and maybe not quite a measuring stick game here in December, but I think we will learn a little bit about both these teams.
Yeah, I agree, Sammy. I think the testament in them not being 4-0 is the schedule that Coach Creamer's played for so long. I mean, he doesn't back anybody. He plays every Federal League school around, and he's always competitive, and he picks a few off every year when he probably shouldn't. But, yeah, you mentioned Poochie Snyder for South. That's fun. Put up a lot of points out there on the gridiron. And then on the other side, you got Jack Talkington.
Yeah.
So two stud football players playing in this game. So I'm looking forward to watching this. Should be a good battle.
Should be fun. Looking at the scoring, Castle's about 15 a game for South, Poochie about 13, and Simmons comes in at 10. Central really only has they have two in double figures. Ethan Reagan about 10 a game, Dylan Rouse at about 13. DeGraffenried at 7, Talkington at 5, Volkowski at 9. But Jack Talkington, Lee, it's not just his points. It's the dirty work, the scrapping, the rebounding, the second chance, the physical presence inside.
Absolutely. It's the intangibles, right? You can't win without a leader, and that's a kid that's been around the program for a long time. Obviously, he's a hard-nosed kid from the football team, and they're going to get on his back and ride him, when situations get rough throughout the game.
Yeah. So it's the Crusaders and the Wildcats coming up here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Hang out with us here on this Tuesday night. Friday night, it's Rootstown, St. Thomas Aquinas. Got a lot of cool things going on there, and we've got some big games coming up here as well. All right, now, tonight I'm going to hand it over to Lee. I'm going to take care of a couple of public address duties here before the ball game. And so, Lee, it's all yours. We'll see you back on the other side.
Thanks, Sammy. So, hey, we will get to starting lineups here quick. For the visiting Canton South Wildcats, they will start number 1, Jordan Fitzgibbon, senior. Number 2, Poochie Snyder, a junior, averaging 13 points a game to go along with 4 assists. Number 3, Will Sadler, another junior. Number 5, Luke Simmons, also a junior, averaging almost 11 a game. And number 10, Tavon Castle, a junior, averaging 15 a game to lead the Wildcats. For your home, Central Catholic Crusaders, number 12, Dylan Rouse, a senior, averaging almost 17. Number 20, Jack Talkington, who we just spoke of, a senior. Number 5, Ethan Ragon, averaging 10 a game. Number 3, DeMonte DeGraffenried at about 7 a game. And number 32, Luke Volkowski, that Sammy just talked about, averaging 9. So we're going to get ready here real quick for the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son.
we are back. Sammy's going to get to the starting lineups here for everybody. Real quick, we want to recognize some of our sponsors. Vallos Associates, 1302 South Main Street, North Canton, 330-494-2776. For all your home, auto, life, and financial service needs. I've been part of the greater North Canton community for over 75 years. Check them out. Also, McNeill & Sons Tree Service, located in the Portage Lakes area. Contact them, 330-606-1126. Lindseys Pizza, my man John. Over there on Whipple Avenue, 330-477-3800. They're open till 11 tonight. Go grab a slice in the Hillsdale Shopping Center. Just phenomenal. Best pizza in town. Starting lineup is going to be brought to you by the Spirit of Stark, our official apparel partner of Stark Media. And hopefully we'll get a player of the game tonight for our finallyhereohio.com player of the game. We'll track him down, get that posted on all our social media platforms. So we're going to get Sammy's introductions here, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, Sammy will join us back.
Here we go.
Hey, nice job, my friend.
Thank you.
Hey, the gym is rocking.
The gym is rocking. It's they're starting to draw a little better now. They're starting to see, hey, we got. I mean, this. I'll tell you what. I was here for the Tuslaw game, and the Central played a very exciting, fun brand of basketball. I think they haven't played in a while. Coach had them out there pressing. They had them matching up early, full court, pushing the tempo, and
I'd love to see it tonight. Student section's engaged. Let's get after it.
Student section is ready, and we are ready here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Crusaders get the tip. They'll go right to left here in the opening quarter play. Sam Bourquin, Lee Foster here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Good to have you on this Tuesday night. There goes DeMonte DeGraffenried, baseline, 15-footer, the rim and in. So DeMonte DeGraffenried scores the first 2 points of the ball game, and the Crusaders take the early 2-0 lead.
Great looking pull up there on the baseline. They come out showing some really pressure here, full court, Sam.
Here come the Canton South Wildcats looking for their third win of the season. That is Castle down low with a reverse shot put up no good by Fitzgibbon. The rebound picked off by Dylan Rouse. Here come the Crusaders in the white jerseys, white shorts, green numbers and letters with the black trim. South in the traveling red jersey shorts, gray numbers and letters with the white trim. Gray stripes down the side of the jersey and the shorts. Rouse at the top of the key between the circles. Dylan picks up his dribble, feeds it on the right side of Blukowski. Luke foul line extended right down Broadway, puts it up around the rim, no good. The rebound picked off by South. The rebound was by Pucci. He's double teamed in the backcourt, needs help, and he got a foul called on the Crusaders. And the first foul of the night's going to go on number 12, Dylan Rouse.
I'll tell you what, Talkington set a couple huge screens there. I don't want to run into him.
Oh, no. He does not need a football uniform on to set a mean screen.
No, the kid can hit.
He can sure hit. And he'll do a lot of the dirty work for Coach Kramer. That's one of the things they love about him. Here come the Wildcats now. That is Castle on the right wing, matching up with Talkington. 6:45 in the opening quarter play. Central up 2-zip going right to the hole was Castle, no good. Volleyball up in the air, picked up by DeMonte DeGraffenried. Crusaders 3-on-1 if they hurry, and the Wildcats come back to steal the ball away. Castle will bring it across the timeline. 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. Crusaders on top by 2 here at the home of Central Catholic. On the Stark Media YouTube channel tonight, Sam Bourquin, Lee Foster. Don't forget Friday night, Ritztown and St. Thomas Aquinas. Fitzgibbon has the ball go off his knee. It's on the floor. It's picked up by Snyder deep on the right wing. Pucci goes around 1, around 2, got caught down low in no man's land. The ball goes out of bounds back to the Crusaders.
Tell you what, that pressure defense Central's bringing, you were right, Sam. Coach Kramer's unleashing them a little bit. They're coming after him. Canton South very uncomfortable out on the perimeter.
They have not played this style, Lee, in a long time.
I coached.
And you gotta fit around what you got too.
Sure, I coached against Coach Greenwer at Aquinas for a few years as an assistant, and no, it was very much a slower pace, tempo style game.
Ethan Reagan coming off a screen by Talkington. Jack baseline. Now he's going to rumble inside. Little baby hook is up and good. Jack Talkington with his first 2. And the Crusaders draw the early 4-0 lead. Here comes that full court press now. Now they'll back it up a little bit. 5:40 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 4-0 Crusader lead. There's Castle. Ball goes into the corner for Snyder. Pucci warming up on DeGraffenried. Throws it inside to Fitzgibbon. Running a lot of circles down there. Back and forth they go. Castle on the block, and they'll throw it back out and reset for Coach Conley.
DeGraffenried really sits down in the stands. He's making Pucci work for everything.
Right to the hole is up and good. Pucci Snyder with his first 2, averaging 13 a game. Crusaders up by 2. 5:08 to go in the opening quarter of play. 4-2, Crusaders by a deuce. Talkington on the wing, throws it down to Rouse. Dillon had the ball poked away. Gets it back, fumbled it away again. Picked up by the Wildcats. Here comes Castle. All the way downstairs, puts it off the glass and in. Castle averaging 15 a game with his first 2, and we are all square at 4. 4:45 clock runs in the first quarter of play.
Mostly juniors in that starting lineup for Canton South. Talked to Coach Conley this week. He said they're a little young, a little inexperienced. They graduated 8 seniors last year.
I saw that. I was reading the correspondence back and forth, and I thought, wow, you guys are a young basketball team. DeMonte, Talkington. Jack a couple of dribbles, gives it to Reagan. Ethan almost lost control, now brings it to the foul line. Goes inside, puts up a tough shot, no good. There's Talkington again. Luke for 3. Got it. So Luke Vlakowski with a triple, averaging just under 10 a game, and it's a 7-4 Crusader lead. Nice crowd here on this Tuesday.
They've done a really nice job with this gym in here. I mean, they brightened it up. I mean, it looks great. New big scoreboard back here. I mean, it looks awesome.
Yeah, they put some money into it. You got the new video board there, that scoreboard new there. You got 2 other scoreboards on the sides. Fresh coat of white paint, green paint. They moved some things around. Put a logo. Shot up and good by Fitzgibbon. He's got 2, looking for 3 at the line. Got new lighting. Resanded the floor, and it really looks nice now. It was a dungeon. it was dark in here. It was just
that was some of the allure. What made it fun to play here, though,
was,
right?
You're right. Ball goes out of bounds back to the Wildcats after the missed free throw.
In a day, Sammy, now where everyone's building new schools and these new gyms are all cookie cutter, bright white, same style. I love to come into an old school Hoosier-esque gym.
Yeah, it's got charm. It's got character.
Sure.
But fun place to play, and when they pack it,
it's even better.
Your ears will bleed inside this place once they get it going. Fumbled the ball away with Simmons. Ball got back into the hands of Sadler, put it up, no. Again, no. DeGraffenried had the loose ball rebound, lost it. Wildcats have it. Shot put up by Sadler, blocked by DeGraffenried. Castle picks up the loose ball. They had 5 whacks at it and couldn't get it to go. Here come the Crusaders now with 3:25 in the opening quarter of play. 7-6, Central Catholic by 1. And a turnover. Boy, great defense by Fitzgibbon. And the Crusaders turn it over.
That Bukowski, you said, just a sophomore. Sam got time as a freshman. You can tell, still a little a thinner guy. You know, they got up into him a little bit and pressured him, and he did just knock down a big 3, though.
So Finley Stewart has checked in. I don't know who sat down. I believe Talkington sat down. So 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 7-6 Crusader lead and a foul in the paint. I think two officials saw the same thing. And that foul is going to be on Finley Stewart. That's his first. 3:12 in the opening quarter. Crusaders 7 and the Wildcats 6. Both teams looking to get on a little roll here before the end of this 2022 season. 3 in the corner is up and good by Simmons. Averaging 10 a game, his first points of the night. And the Cats drip back out in front 9-7. 2:55 clock runs in the opening quarter of play. DeGraffenried on the right wing steps into a 3. DeMonte from downtown. So DeGraffenried really improved on his jump shot over the years. Looks so much more comfortable now. It's a 10-9 Crusader lead.
Yeah, pretty smooth there. Top of the key release, knocked it down.
Shot inside by Fitzgibbon. Around, and it falls in. He's got 4. 2:25 in the first quarter of play. It's an 11-10 Canton South lead. Volkoski's got it between the circles. Almost on top of that CC logo at midcourt here at Central Catholic. Ball lobbed into Rouse, and a foul's going to be called on Castle for a reach-in. So 2:14 to go. It's 11-10 Canton South. Ethan Reagan is going to come in. Nope, Reagan's going to come out. Chase Johnson is going to come in, number 22. Chase, a 6'3" junior, has really become a pretty nice post-up player down low, left-handed player.
Canton South pretty scrappy, Sammy, for not playing a guy over. Really 6'1", 6'2"
right
out there on the floor.
Yeah, they're not big. Johnson inside. Chase puts it up. Nobody got fouled. So Chase Johnson will shoot two lined left for Central Catholic. 2:12 opening quarter, 11-10. Canton South with a 1-point lead. It's been a great series between these two teams over the years. Here at Central and over at Canton South. Of course, they got a brand new school, brand new gymnasium as Johnson bangs the first free throw up, no good.
Now, is that still going by Red Ash Gymnasium, even though that they've moved locations? I'm just curious. I don't know that. Maybe for the Canton South faithful, send us a DM. Let us know
I want to say
there's some type of memorial there.
I want to say yes.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
can't forget him.
You can't talk Canton South basketball without Charles Red Ash. You can't. And you shouldn't. Johnson trying to split the pair. The southpaw fires it. That one's good. So Chase hits 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, and we're tied at 11. 2:10 opening quarter play. Here comes the Crusader press now. That is Pucci in the backcourt. Gets to the left of the key, to the top of the key. Now the ball is into the hands of, he lost the ball. Snyder picks it up. Ball thrown into the corner. Corralled by Fitzgibbon. Drives baseline, puts it up and in with the right hand and scores. So Fitzgibbon with his 6th point. It's 13-11.
Yeah, game high 6 there. And I just did get confirmation. We'll throw a special shout out here to Matt Trissel, former Wildcat quarterback grade and mentor of Pucci Snyder. The new gym is called Red Ash.
That's what I thought. Matt Trissel, the legend.
That's right.
Volkoski going to crank up a 3 right there. Luke's got 2 from downtown. And it's a 14-13 Crusader lead with a $1:20 in the opening quarter play. And the best news I've got for you today, the Novocaine has officially worn off. And I feel normal again.
Did you have a little tooth problem today?
Holy smoke. Well, it had to be attended. It was an appointment for today. It was made 2 months ago, so I knew it was coming. But it's just like...
Yeah, there's not many things worse than a dentist, is there?
Yeah, and I asked, I said, so this is going to wear off by 7, right? Well, it should. Ball goes out of bounds. Pretty close, about 20 after. Little dental work today. Shout out to the good folks over at Buckeye Dental. Dr. Bach. Dr. Kevin and Dr. Russ do a great job over there. Ball inside.
Is that Cochran into the game here for Wildcats?
Yep. Now I have him as 35 on my roster. He's wearing 55. So I guess we'll change that 5 to a 3. Shot inside. Fitzgibbon rolls it around and pops it in. So with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, 15-14, Cats by 1.
Hey, for averaging 7 a game, he's already over with 8 here early.
Finley Stewart thought about a 3. Finley cradles it, puts it up and in with the right hand and scores. Finley Stewart with his first 2, 16-15. Good game here. We seesaw in the opening quarter of play. 18 seconds on the clock.
Look to see here if South holds for the last one. Coach Conley trying to space him out here a little bit. Like to see what type of set he's going to run. Maybe just a high ball screen for Pucci.
And there goes Pucci to the rack. Puts it up. Nope. Took that a little early maybe. The Grafton read in transition to Volkoski. Luke stops, shoots, scores. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books at Central Catholic. The Crusaders 18. And Canton South 15. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Back at Central Catholic, 18-15 Crusaders by 3. Sam Bourquin, Lee Foster. Tonight's game brought to you in part by C.H. Vallos and Associates. McNeill and Sons Tree Service by Lindseys Pizza. Finally here, Ohio.com and the Spirit of Stark. We'll tell you all about those great folks throughout the night here during our high school basketball coverage, and appreciate them being with us here all season long.
Hey, Central coming out in a big wide 3-2 zone here, so
right.
I'm curious to see what Coach Conley's got to attack it. What you didn't want to see there as a coach and being there, right? You want to get the last one at the end of the quarter. So what do? Go a little fast.
They went fast.
They pushed the other end. Central gets an easy bucket.
I counted when that ball went off the glass by Pucci, there was still 5.9 seconds to go, and Central got it down at the other end of the floor. Shot up inside, up no good by Castle. Rebound Crusaders. Rouse. DeMonte drives and lays it in. DeMonte DeGraffenried with 7. That's right at his average. It's a 20-15 Crusader lead.
Hey, he's 3 of 3 from the field, and my goodness, is he smooth. He just glides through the bucket.
Got some time as a sophomore, a little more time as a junior. Now he's in the starting lineup. That is Simmons down low. Gets it back on top to Fitzgibbon. Drops it inside. Shot up and good by Castle. He's got 4. Crusaders in the white. Wildcats in the red. 7 minutes to go in the first half of play. It's a 20-17 Crusader lead. JV game went to the Crusaders. The freshman game went to the Wildcats earlier today.
They were even.
Little triple header.
How about best of 3? Whoa.
Finley Scout with a long 3, no good, and the ball poked up in the air, and it's taken down by Castle. So here comes the Wildcats. 6:40, and the clock runs. Ball into the corner. 3, short, little flat. Rebound picked off by Dylan Rouse.
That was Sadler who launched that corner 3, Sam.
So Sadler, about 3 points a game. Rouse foul line extended. Dylan turns, floats up the 14-footer. Loose ball foul is going to be on Chase, or did they call that on Castle? Nope. Chase Johnson has picked up the foul.
Rouse, the Crusaders' leading scorer coming to the game, averaged almost 17 a ball game. That was his first field goal attempt. It was just 6 minutes left in the first half.
All right, I want you to keep your eyes on 24, Gavin Lehman, who's checked in for the Crusaders, and number 10, Amar Coney. Gavin is a junior, 5'9", and he plays with a motor. I mean,
he's ready to get up and down.
It doesn't stop. Pass into the corner, rainbow triple up, no good. Poked up in the air. Talkington's got the rebound, and here he comes. Lehman across the timeline. Gavin to the left wing, into the paint, down the lane, throws it up. No, but he's fouled. I think that was before the shot. Should be a foul on the floor.
What year is Lehman, Sam? Is he a junior, you said?
He is a junior. So DeMonte DeGraffenried will throw it in. 5:57 to go in the first half. Central by 3. DeMonte out on top to Talkington in the corner. DeMonte thought about it. 3 goes baseline. Cut off. There's Lehman. There's the triple. That one didn't go. Talkington had it. Couldn't get a handle on it. Here comes Fitzgibbon. Other end of the floor against 3 Crusaders. Put it up and in, and he is fouled. Nice move.
I tell you
Jordan Fitzgibbon's got 10.
The first one in double digits. He euros through the lane, up, hangs in the air a little bit, lays it up and in for the +1.
So when we referenced the Euro step.
Yep.
And we talk about that in high school. You and I have done some Walsh University games.
Sure.
Is that like a code of saying traveling?
So you've always
asking for a friend.
You've always had that 2-step ability. So really that started about 10 years ago. Dwayne Wade started doing it. So he'd pick up his dribble with one huge step and then step back around a defender, but it wasn't a travel.
So it's really
now
not
you see
a travel.
these guys will step one way and then come back the other way. It's not a travel.
Okay.
Some referees don't always call it correctly, but it's not a travel.
DeGraffenried fumbled the ball off his knee, and it's picked up by the Wildcats. Turnover CC. Here comes Canton South. 5:25 of the first half. It's a 20-20 tie here at the home of the Crusaders. There's another Euro step inside, and Castle bounced himself right to the hole and popped it in.
South is scrappy, man. They won't stop fighting.
Nope.
Take a 22-20 lead here.
It's a good ball game. I think this is a great matchup between two teams that they got some strengths
and for basketball schools, they're about the same size, right? You know, obviously South a little bit bigger, probably a few more boys, but good game. They should play this one every year.
Talkington from 22, back of the rim, nope. And the rebound picked up by Canton South. Here comes Pucci on the right wing. Snyder, the outstanding Wildcat quarterback this past year, led the Wildcats all the way to week 13. Shot no good. Elton put it up no good. Castle put it up no good. Rebound DeMonte. DeGraffenried lead across the timeline against 3 Wildcats. Spins out of trouble. And now he'll set up for Coach Creamer. 4:30 to go in the first half. 22-20 Cats, and they get a foul on Fitzgibbon.
Hey, Coach Creamer is hot down here.
Tell you what, they're letting them get away with a lot of physical transition play, both teams. Stewart and Rouse back in. Talkington and DeGraffenried will sit down for the Crusaders. (22-20) Wildcats. What are we waiting on here?
Got number 11 checking in here for South, Sam.
It is Alan Hubbard Ray. 6'1" junior. Boy, you're right, Lee. They don't have no height at all.
No.
Very short, small team.
I think Cochran was 6'3", 6'4". Other than that, they're not very big.
Gavin Lehman out on top to Stewart. Finley. Backdoor pass to Vlakoski. Double team, gets out of it. Rouse at the top of the key. Dillon drives. Jump stop. Lehman. Reverse. Up. Good. And Gavin Lehman with his first 2.
Nice pass there from Rouse.
Yep.
You can tell he was looking to go get a bucket, but he cut him off, and he made the right basketball play.
Good pass in traffic. Under 4 to go in the first half. We are square at 22. Crusaders and the Wildcats battling here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Hope you're enjoying it on this Tuesday night. Pucci around a screen. 3 in the air. It's good. Pucci Snyder with 5, again averaging 13 a game. We seesaw back to Canton South now. 25-22 Cats. 3:36 to go in the first half of play. Lehman around a Rouse screen. Gavin to the right of the key, right on the baseline. Back to Dillon. He'll fake the 3. Back to Lehman. 2-man game. Gavin couldn't get the shot off. Now Luke in the corner for 3. It's an air ball. Rebound picked up by Finley Stewart to Reagan. Reagan will shoot from 22. That one's no good. Rouse got the loose ball rebound. Feeds it to Reagan inside. Put it up, no, off the rim. And a rebound picked up by the Wildcats. Here comes Castle to the hole. Put it up, no. Whistle. Back to the Wildcats.
You weren't kidding, Sandy. What a fun game this has been, up and down. I mean, both teams playing really hard. Scrappy, getting after it.
Coach Conley says, let's talk it over. So 3:06 to go in the first half. Canton South leads at 25 to 22.
A little throwback here, too. When I played, Sam, the class ahead of me at South in 2003 was that class with Ronnie Bourquin, Jeremy Richards. I mean, we played them when I was a sophomore and a junior. I mean, talk about get hammered. I mean, we got hammered.
Was there a Knoll on that team, too?
There could have been. See,
there's been a lot of NOLs that have gone through.
We'll have to tap into Trissel again. He's an encyclopedia at Canton South Sports. He's been listening, so if he's on there, Triss, send us a text. Let us know.
All right. I thought there might have been maybe a Jeremy Knoll. I know Richards was on that team. Ronnie.
There was another kid. I don't know if it was Fenko or something like that, but another good player that was a year older than them. But, yeah, at them as seniors, they go lose to LeBron in the state Final Four.
Made it all the way down. And was that the coach of that team? Was it Fuller?
Henry Cobb.
Was it Henry Cobb?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so.
Henry Cobb.
Of course, Henry went on to did a great job with the Lake girls basketball team for many years.
I mean, he was
always loved talking with Henry, no matter what it was.
A great man, and I think he was still coaching up until last year.
Yep.
He was the Tuslaw girls coach.
Yep, that's right.
Because he came in when Josh Hose took over and went over to Massillon.
I'll tell you what. Got a loose ball foul on South. I think that's going to be on Castle. All right, team foul situation. Each team has 5. 2:41 to go in the first half. 25-22 Wildcats. I tell you what, when you went to the old Canton South Gymnasium, you was getting the point across.
You talked about dungeon like in the gym here. It wasn't that bad, but there was an aura you felt when you walked in.
Reagan from 3, good. Ethan Reagan from downtown. His first triple, his first points. And how about that? We are tied again at 25. 2:17 to go in the first half of play. Shout out to C.H. Vallos Associates. Of course, Lindseys Pizza. Shot inside Fitzgibbon, blocked into the corner. Crusaders got the trap on. Ball loose and a turnover. Here comes Central Catholic. Rouse across the timeline. Dillon lost the ball. It's picked up by Vlakoski. Luke on the baseline. Shoves it into the middle. Nobody home and a turnover. Fitzgibbon's got it. He throws it to the other end of the floor, and he runs into each other. And Lehman comes up a little worse for the wear, but Gavin's up guarding his man now in the corner. Holy smokes. Hook pass inside for Simmons, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Canton South. The Grafenried back in. Lehman will sit down. 1:43 in the opening half. 25-25. Central and South all square here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Crusaders come in 3-0. Canton South 2-1. There's been non-stop action here tonight.
Central staying with this zone here. Coach Conley's ready to pull it. I got to figure Coach Creamer thought they weren't able to stay in front of him enough, man to man, and trying to slow him down.
Coach Seed down there in front of his bench. Coach Conley up screaming instructions. Down to a minute 18 to go. Still tied at 25. Ball on the right side of the floor to Sadler. Yep. Luke says bring it way out. He wants everybody to come out. And it looks like Coach Creamer is going to just tell him to sit back for the most part, maybe go out and challenge the guards, but now Sadler's got it into the paint, down the lane, and he put it up and put it in, but no basket. That's a travel on Sadler, and it goes back to Central Catholic. 57 seconds to go in the first half, 25-25.
Tyler Dunn down there coaching with Coach Creamer now.
Back with the Crusaders. He was here for a couple of years, went over to Jackson, and now he's back over at Central Catholic.
Yeah, Coach Creamer.
30 seconds to go in the first half. We are tied at 25, Central Catholic and Canton South on your Tuesday night. A shout out to McNeill & Sons Tree Service. Finally here, Ohio.com, the spirit of Stark. And the Crusaders force a South turnover as a travel is called, and it goes back to Central Catholic with 17 seconds to go.
End of the first half, shot it too quick. First quarter, end of the second quarter, you turn it over. That's not what Coach Luke Conley was looking for.
So you can bet the Crusaders now will hold for the final shot. Lukoski across the timeline with 10. Luke on the right side to Grafenried. Right wing, Dylan Rouse. Boy, South all over him defensively. 5 seconds. 4, 3, DeMonte, and a foul on South. That's still not in the bonus yet.
Actually, a good foul there.
Yeah,
I don't know if
great.
they were trying
That's a
to
very
do that,
smart foul.
Very smart foul for them.
So Central will have 2.1 seconds to get the shot off here at the end of the first half. Ethan Reagan will throw it in.
Little 1-4 high baseline out of bounds play. Curious to see what they get, but wouldn't be surprised to see Rouse or said Finley there at the top of the key dive to the bucket.
I think they're going to try to get it to Luke for a three. We'll see.
Bring him all the way around?
Yep. Nope. Dylan Rouse fires it up at the buzzer. No good, and that's the end of the first half. Very evenly matched, well played first half of play here on West Husk. Your score, Canton Central Catholic 25, Canton South 25. We'll take our extended halftime break and come back with more here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Stay with us.
Should I bottom this out? Or just leave it?
Yeah, leave it up to you.
Won't hurt anything, right?
All right, we're back here at Halftime Activities on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Sam Bourquin and Lee Foster. We got a good one cooking here tonight. 25-25 is the score. Lee for three's got some numbers to break down here after the first two very exciting quarters of play.
Yeah, let's look at the home team. Central Catholic in the first half, 10 of 21 from the field, 47%. Just 1 of 2 at the free throw line for 50%. Levkowski, he had 7. DeGraff and Reed was 7 to lead the Crusaders. For the visiting Canton South Wildcats, they were 11 of 25, 44% in that first half. Just 1 of 2 at the line, 50%. How about 4 total free throws in that first half? And we never got to a bonus. Did I just hit the jinx?
We like that. Thanks. Good job, Lee.
Did I just hit the jinx?
If you're not doing it during Walsh games, you're trying to screw up the flow in the high school. Good job.
And Jordan Fitzgibbon leads the Wildcats. He's got 10 early. Poochie Snyder with 5, and Castle with 6. And Castle, he was All-Ohio wide receiver, corrected South, right?
It sure was.
Great football team that they had this year for Coach Matt Dennison.
Boy, what a run. They just ran into the Jefferson area, and I really thought South was going to win that game, but they got Snyder's back next year, man. That's, I mean, you got a 3-year starter at quarterback.
That usually helps.
4-year starter, because he was a freshman, I think he started.
Did. Started all 4.
Hey, if you're a high school football coach and you know you got your quarterback back for the 4th consecutive year, man, there is nothing wrong with that.
That feels pretty good. Not a lot of high school games in the area tonight, but it's Louisville was up big at halftime over Austintown Fitch.
Yeah, I noticed there was not a big slate tonight.
Yeah, we'll throw a quick shout out for our game on Friday night. We're going to be over at St. Thomas, going to do the Aquinas game versus Rootstown. A team that I coached for 2013-2014. We were state runner-up. They're going to honor the team. I don't know if it's going to be before game or at halftime, but we're going to do that game. Hopefully get some coaches, some live player interviews, maybe during the second half or halftime, pregame, postgame, and should be a nice night over there.
Should be a good time, and if you make it down to Columbus, you should certainly celebrate that after, a period of time or what have you.
It's amazing the more and more coaches that you talk to, and guys have done it for so long, right? And they've never been there.
Yeah.
Right? Coach Creamer's been coaching. There's guys that are great coaches that have won 300, 400 games that have never been to Columbus.
Coach was close,
wasn't he?
With one time, Maslin, they played Cleveland Heights at the Jar in Akron, and they lost by 5. And I still say that was one of the most ridiculously officiated games I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and to be
I thought Maslin really got hosed that night, and Cleveland Heights went on to win and knock them out. But they were loaded with talent. I mean, they had Slobodano Soklovich, they had Chris Roth, they had Dustin Rohr, they had Angelo Edwards. I mean, they had, they had so much talent. And just ran into Cleveland Heights, who was coached by, I think, Coach Capoletti at that time.
Was it really?
And, man, that was a tough one. But I'm hoping, hoping Coach can get there someday. Now, he was with Lima.
Sure.
And I know they had a lot of success there.
And even in my playing days, when I was a sophomore, I believe, we went over to Maslin to play, and they've got the Jordan brothers, and Sean Crable, and Justin Zwick, and Sean, I believe it was Stevie Lancaster, Jonathan Pittman, Billy Relford, who you remember.
Billy Relford, oh my gosh, he was a competitor.
They beat us so bad. I mean, I didn't want to come home. I mean, they just spanked us.
26-25 here, 7:45 clock running in the third quarter of play. Wildcats in the red jerseys and shorts with the gray numbers and letters trimmed to the white. Central Catholic in the home whites, jersey shorts, green numbers and letters trimmed to the black and green. Wildcats going right to left here to start this third quarter of play. Fitzgibbon's got it way out on top of the right wing. Ball kicked by Dylan Rouse. It'll stay with the Wildcats. 7:21 to go third quarter.
Speaking of Rouse, too, didn't score in that first half. Knocks that, splits the pair there. That's his first point. Your leading scorer is averaging 16, 17. He's got 1, and you're winning. You don't feel so bad.
Pucci gets it out on top to Fitzgibbon. Little ball fake underneath. Now Sadler. Crusaders in that 3-2 rotating zone to the side of the ball. A little something different than we've seen the first 3 games for the Crusaders this year. Pass inside, and the Wildcats have it. Now back in the corner, Sadler from downtown. Hits the 3. That's his average. He's right on it.
Easy money.
6:45 in the third quarter of play. And we seesaw again here. It's 28-26, Wildcats by 2. Lukoski's got it on the right wing to Rouse. Ball taken away and stolen. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Pucci lays it up and in. Pucci Snyder was 7.
I don't know if you'd have watched this kid, Sam, but have you watched Centerville play basketball in the last year or two?
No, but I was told last year that they should have won the whole thing, and they didn't. Pass inside for Roush, no good. That team just shoots the lights out.
Well, they've got the coach's son. So Brooke Cups' son, Gabe, was going to Indiana on a full ride. I'm not going to say that Pucci's that level of basketball player. He's a football guy, right?
Right.
But he glides. He looks very similar to the way he plays. Centerville scrimmaged at North Canton Hoover not long ago, and they look similar when they're out there.
Down low, that is Castle. Throws it back out. Sadler, another 3. That one drew nothing. And the ball is saved into Lukoski. Here come the Crusaders. Luke in transition, bounce to Snyder, or Rouse rather, puts it up and in, and he is fouled. So Dylan Rouse warming up. He's got 3, looking for 4 at the line.
With Lukoski, great bounce pass there. Drew 2, kicked the 1. Rouse gets the end 1.
Castle just picked up his 4th personal foul. And if you're Coach Conley, you've got to take him out. I mean, 4 fouls with 6 minutes to the third. You got to get him out. Rouse free throw. Talking to Tip. No, Reagan got the rebound. Luke for 3. Got it.
Pretty looking strokes, Amy. His 3rd triple of the game. He leads Central with 11.
Luke Lukoski in the right place at the right time. It's 31-30 Crusaders in transition. Wildcats shot up good. That was Simmons with his 5th point of the night. 5:15 third quarter. 32-31. We got a good one going here.
Great ball movement there, coming right back after the made 3.
Reach-in foul is called on Simmons. That will be his. Wow, is that his 3rd? So Simmons has 3. And Castle has 4. Nobody else has more than 2.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Conley, doesn't look like they're real deep. So those fouls may prove to be big.
Rouse, little floater in the lane. Put it up, no, got it back. Put it up and in, and he's fouled again. Dylan Rouse.
After a slow first half, he's coming alive.
Tell you what, he got some vitamin C at halftime. He is scorching the cords here. That foul is going to be on Hubbard Ray. That's his 1st, so no foul trouble there. Rouse trying to complete the conventional 3-point play. It's on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Now, one thing the Crusaders are struggling is free throws. Rebound picked up by Reagan. Rouse in the paint, goes inside, puts it up and in with the right hand and scores. Dylan Rouse with 7. Time out. Canton South. And Central Catholic is on a run. This is a full timeout with 4:49 to go third quarter. It's now the Crusaders 35 and the Wildcats 32. Shout out to C.H. Vallos Associates at 1302 West Main Street in North Canton. Home, life, auto, financial service needs, they do it all. Part of the North Canton community for over 75 years. That's C.H. Vallos and Associates. Check them out online right now. By McNeill & Sons Tree Service, located in the Portage Lakes. Contact them with all your needs, 330-606-1126. Our good friends at McNeill & Sons Tree Service. By Lindseys Pizza, 2827 Whipple Avenue in Canton. LindseysPizza.com or dial them up at 477-3800. Open till 11 o'clock each and every night. Nobody does it better than John Lindsay and Lindseys Pizza. Spirit of Stark, official apparel of Stark Media, 409 Erie Street North. And, of course, our player of the game tonight will be brought to you by our good friends at FinallyHereOhio.com, 492-1212. That's FinallyHereOhio.com. Shout out to Christopher McCready's and the great staff at Finally Here, Ohio.
A great game here so far, Sam. Central takes that lead back up 3. Foul count 4-0 the right way for the home team, but I got to figure Coach Conley's going to get a little upset here if they don't pick one up sooner than later.
So here come the Wildcats with the basketball. 4:45 in the third quarter. 35-32. Crusaders by 3. So Pucci Snyder's got it almost at the midcourt, deep on the left wing. Now he'll go between the circles on the right side. Hands it off to Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon goes into the paint, got caught in no man's land. Now the ball comes out on top to Ray. Hubbard Ray fires it to Fitzgibbon. Down the paint, off the glass. Nope. Rebound Dylan Rouse. Boy, he has come out possessed here in this third quarter. Dylan Rouse on the left wing. Into the paint, fumbled the ball, got it back. Right side, Luke for three. Good. Luke Volkowski scorching from behind the three-point line.
Absolutely pure.
14 for the sophomore. 38-32 Crusaders. 3:55 in the third quarter of play.
Feels good knowing he's coming back 2 more years, huh?
He'll fill out, get in the weight room, get bigger and stronger.
Oh.
Out of bounds off of Poochie Snyder, and it goes back to the Crusaders. Finley Stewart in. And who's coming out? Ethan Reagan will take a breath here. 38-32 Crusaders, 3:47 to go. Cochran back in for the Wildcats, and Hubbard Ray will sit down for Coach Luke Conley.
A little bit of danger time here for the Wildcats. I mean, they need a bucket in the worst way, and if Central can pick one off here, this gets to be about a 4 or 5 possession game and smells trouble for them.
We were tied at 25 at the halftime break. Crusaders now by 6. Devontae DeGraffenreid, right side of Volkowski. Nice pass to Rouse. Rumbles inside, put it up and in. Dylan Rouse with 9. Just about 2 minutes ago, he had nothing.
He said, hey, let me change that, buddy.
40-32 Saints.
Absolute perfect spot right there to drop a little behind the back pass for an easy bunny. But he went and picked up a foul. What year is Stewart, Sam?
I believe Finley is a senior.
Okay.
Stewart free throw. That one is good. Played wide receiver for Coach Linda Smith and the football team.
What a great season they had again. I mean, I was up there to cover that Mogador game.
Yep.
You know, tight game. They had a chance right at the end.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
I forgot you bleed green and white, buddy.
I do.
I've got green and gold in my system over here.
Finley Stewart's second free throw. That one he pushed up, no, but Rouse got the rebound, but Dylan went over the back and picked up a loose ball foul.
And when we were over at Lake Tuesday night covering the Jackson Lake game, I said, you know, we've got green over on our side, but as long as it beats purple, we're always happy. I don't know if Coach Wasti and DeBevic love that, but.
Probably not. He said it.
That's right.
He said it, not me. 3:10 third quarter of play. Sam Bourquin, Lee Foster here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Going to be with you all season long. Also Friday night games on 99.7 FM and the free iHeartRadio app. So we get you covered both ways here. Oh, a nice pass. Oh, Miskiven, and the ball never got to him. Stolen by Rouse.
Hey, guess who?
Dylan across the timeline, picks up his dribble, gets it to Volkowski in the corner for Finley Stewart. Finley looking down low. Bounce pass to Rouse. Fumbled it, got it back, put it up. No good. Rebound Sadler. Here come the Wildcats with 2:35 in the third quarter of play. Central 41. Wildcats 32. Nice pass inside and cut up and good by Simmons. So Simmons has 7. He's averaging about 10 a game.
Is that Poochie that dropped that off?
Yep.
Nice look.
So Poochie with the dime and Simmons with the deuce. 41-34 Crusaders. DeGraffenreid at the top of the key right side. Finley Stewart for 3. Short. Loose on the floor. Here come the Wildcats. Fitzgibbon in transition. Got away with a walk. Now he's on the baseline, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Canton side. We were tied at 25. It's now Central 41-34.
Central comes out of that zone, goes back to their man-to-man. See what Canton South can get going against it.
Fitzgibbon drives the baseline, hooks the pass out on front, deflected.
Oh.
And the Wildcats threw it right into the Wildcat bench. I think what happened was Simmons maybe saw a player over there standing up or something and threw it over. Sometimes that happens.
I think he threw it to his old ball coach.
And a timeout on the floor with 1:55 to go in the third. Crusaders 41, Canton South 34. Boy, sad news in the college football world today. Mike Leach passing away suddenly at the age of only 61. Longtime head football coach, Texas Tech, Washington State, and just lately here with Mississippi State. Coach Leach was admitted to the hospital Saturday, and things took a turn today, and unfortunately, we lost him at the age of 61.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. I mean, what a sad story. I mean, talk about a national treasure. I mean, his interviews, the moxie and the character that guy was good for sports. And, you know, rest in peace and prayers out to his family.
Was able to interview Coach Leach when I had my radio program up in Akron a couple years ago.
Were you?
Just fantastic.
How long did you get him on?
Oh, God, we had him 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I could have went another half hour. Coach, I'm going to let you go now. But he was something. Rest in peace, Coach. $1:45 to go here in the third. 41-34, Central Catholic by 7. Rouse comes to a stop, gets it to Stewart. Finley will shoot that three. No. And Cochran with a man's rebound for Canton South. Hands it off to Pucci, and Snyder will jog it across with 1:30 to go in the third quarter.
I don't know that Coach Creamer loved that three there. He had a 7-point lead.
Snyder shoots a three. In and out, no. Talkington with the rebound. Jack gets it to DeMonte. The Grafton will bring it across. In the straight to our right. 1:07 to go. In the third quarter of play, Central Catholic by 7. Talkington in the corner to Rouse. Dylan down low, blocked by Cochran, and the rebound picked up by Simmons.
Nice play by the big guy.
So the big guy with a rebound and a swat the last 2 trips down the floor. Snyder, nice backdoor pass. Fitzgibbon put it up and in. Fitzgibbon with 13.
It's his first deuce of the second half.
He is 6 over his average of 7 per game. 41-36, Crusaders by 5. 34 seconds to go in the first half or the third quarter of play.
Canton South out in a 1-3-1 here, Sam. Starting to frustrate Central a little bit. Looking to trap. Yep. Coach gets a timeout.
Timeout is called with 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. (41-36) Crusaders by 5. Sam Bourquin, Lee Foster, good to have you on this Tuesday night here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Good crowd, good atmosphere, good game tonight here between the Crusaders.
So you got to catch the Mount Union game again. Another thrilling victory last week.
Man alive.
And back to the Alonzo Stagg Bowl.
Back to the Stagg Bowl again. Now they got a tough task. Tough, daunting.
Who do they have?
They have North Central Illinois, who has just been pounding people for like the last 3 years.
It's amazing.
Mounts lost the last 2 times they played them in Alliance.
Wow. Hey, say less.
So
that's all you need to know.
Come on, Purple Raiders, get it done down there at the. That'll be fun Friday night down at the Naval Academy where the midshipmen play their college football games. Holds about 30,000.
How many will they get for that game?
I'm not sure. Depends on the weather. I have not checked the weather yet. All right, 8 seconds to go, third quarter. The Grafton Reed right side to Luke. Fokoski back to DeMonte. 2-1, floater up, back of the rim. No, tip by Rouse. No, and it goes out of bounds, and that's the end of the third quarter. We've got 8 minutes left to go in this one. Central Catholic 41. Canton South 36. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school basketball right here on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Eight minutes left to go in this one. 41-36, Central Catholic.
To fourth, Let's keep an eye on that.
Castle throws it to Simmons. Now Pucci on the right wing, picked up by Rouse. Out on top, Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon goes to the left of the key, puts it up. No good, but he drew the foul. I think Jordan Fitzgibbon, 6-foot senior, lets it fly. That was no good, and Rouse picked up another rebound. Well, he's got a ton of those tonight. Here comes DeMonte de Grafton-Reed and the Crusaders left to right. 30 seconds gone by in the fourth quarter. Central leads it 41-36. Looking for their first 4-0 start in a long, long time. DeGraffenried on the left wing. DeMonte makes his move. Pull up from 15. Good. DeGraffenried with 9. 2 over his average of 7 on the year.
That's the same shot he hit on that left baseline in the first quarter, Sam. Only his second shot of the second half, but didn't miss in that first half.
43-36 the score. Sadler's got it. Left wing. Castle, baseline, inside out. Pucci for 3. A little bit flat. Loose ball foul, Crusaders. Stops the clock with 6:56 to go. Ethan Reagan has picked up the foul. That's his second and the third team foul. South has 5 team fouls. The Crusaders have 3.
A couple good looks for Pucci. Those got to go down. 7-point lead here. They got to get a bucket.
Snyder gets it inside. Ball knocked out by Talkington, and they'll try it again. 6:55 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Wildcats 2-1. The Crusaders are 3-0. Snyder looking to get it in. Way out on top to Sadler.
Had to fix his hair there before he put the dribble down.
Straightens the hair out a little bit. Now Fitzgibbon on the left wing. Fitzgibbon on the baseline, now on the left wing behind the three-point arc. Now goes inside, ball poked away, but Sadler saves the day. He lost it. Who's got it? Whoa, look out over here. Little incidental contact by Talkington and Castle when they get up and pat each other on the head. 6:37 to go in the ball game. 43-36. Crusaders by 7. Pucci Snyder goes into the backcourt to get the inbounds pass, and he'll walk it across the midcourt line. South with the ball down 7. Pucci goes right inside, missed the layup. Loose ball picked up by Talkington, and a jump. Fitzgibbon tied it up. Possession arrow will give it to the Crusaders.
Jack was looking like he was ready to tackle there somebody, but he held off. Good man. He's a little bit bigger than Fitzgibbon.
Yeah. Oski and Talkington with a moving screen. And the ball goes back to Canton South. So Talkington his first. 6:08 to go, and Coach Matt was not happy there.
He didn't like that, but you know, there's kids you can yell at, kids you can't. I assume that kid's able to take that and project that into some positive energy for his team.
Pucci on the right wing into the corner. Sadler back to Snyder on the right wing. Under 6 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Fitzgibbon.
Oh, got him.
The ball. Here comes Volkoski. Crusaders got numbers. Luke to DeGraffenried. DeMonte goes baseline. Right to the hole. Put it up and in with a right hand. DeGraffenried with 11. Strong, big man move by DeMonte. Into the corner. Simmons for 3. Nope. Rebound, Rouse. Loose ball. Foul, Canton South.
Is that Castle?
Or are they calling that on the Crusaders? Let's see. Oh, it's on Castle. That is number 5.
Oh, boy. With 5:34 remaining, losing a good athlete. He's played a nice ball game. Once he fell out of the game here with 6 points, didn't even attempt a shot the second half. He's just been plagued by the foul trouble, and he sat, most of that third quarter.
Castle averaged 15 a game coming in. So 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Crusaders looking to
second half, that Rouse has played. Didn't get that one to go, but my goodness, he's came out with 9 points. He's got to have 4, 5, 6 rebounds. I mean, played a great second half.
Talkington at the free throw line where he's struggled a little bit over his career, trying to get that turned around. Jack lets the first one fly up and good.
Are the Crusaders still Division III this year, Sam?
Yes.
And will they go to Salem for the district tournament?
Yes.
You got to love when they play this strength of schedule and then go out there. It just feels a little slower.
Feels a little
slower. The Crusaders have been able to do really well out there.
Talkington missed that second free throw, but the ball went out of bounds, and it's going to stay. And a technical foul has been called on Canton South. They got a Fitzgibbon for throwing the ball out of bounds or pounding it into the floor after they could not corral that loose ball rebound. So Cochran gets the personal, and then I think the tech is going to be on Fitzgibbon.
It's also going to put them in the bonus there with their 8th foul. Central in the 1-on-1 in the bonus for the rest of the game.
So Volkoski will, nope, not going to be Volkoski. It's going to be Dylan Rouse. Will shoot the tee.
This might be the initial foul, and then the technical.
Okay.
I bet Vlakowski will come back.
So this would be 1-1, right?
Yep.
Rouse, free throw is good. Dylan Rouse, again, scoreless in the first half, has 10 now in the game. It's 47-36, Crusaders by 11. Rouse again, in and out, no good.
Yeah,
Split the pair. Now Vlakowski will toe the line.
Here he comes.
And this will be the tee. So this will be a two-shot technical. Vlakowski with 14 points tonight, the sophomore. First one up, around it in. 15 for Luke Vlakowski, and the Crusaders, their biggest lead of the night now at 12, 48-36. Boy, this one got away quickly.
Quick.
Here in this fourth quarter. Vlakowski got them both. 49-36, Crusaders by 13, and now Coach Creamer says let's call a timeout. 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's an 8-0 run for Central to start this fourth quarter, Sam.
We were tied at 25 at the end of the first half.
Just 11 points here in the second half for the South. That's not a good recipe to get this W here on the road.
Central now leads it by 13. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Stark Media Team. Same deal on Instagram, the Stark Media Facebook page, and of course enjoy everything we've got here for you on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Live shows, recorded shows, photos, videos, doc series, live coverage, wrestling, football, basketball, baseball, you name it. It's all happening on the Stark Media YouTube page. Again, check us out on all the social media platforms. Keyword at Stark Media Team. Hashtag Stark Media.
Trying to find a couple score updates here for us.
Nothing out there tonight.
No. McKinley's up at Maple Heights. They're leading 15-8 at the end of the first quarter. Looking for a nice bounce back win after that Glen Oak game last week.
How ironic, though, they scheduled that game when Sean Weatherspoon was at Maple Heights to go up against his old.
Pretty basketball there from the Crusaders. Couple nice quick bounce passes. Easy layup there for Talkington.
Sadler's got it at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, slings it on the left wing to Snyder. Pucci sees the lane open up, goes in for the 10-footer, pops it in. Pucci Snyder with 9. Luke Conley says, give me a timeout, and this will also be a 30. So Pucci with 9, 4.5 to go in the game. 51-38 is the score. Leading scorers tonight, Rouse with 10 for the Crusaders. Vlakowski's got 18. And DeMonte DeGraffenried has 11 for the Wildcats. 13 for Fitzgibbon. And 9 for Snyder. That's the leading scorers for Coach Conley in Canton South. Tonight's game on Stark Media YouTube channel brought to you in part by FinallyHereAtOhio.com, proud sponsors of our player of the game. By the Spirit of Stark for all your official apparel. 330-806-6745. That's the Spirit of Stark. By Lindseys Pizza. Check them out online right now at LindseysPizza.com. By McNeill & Sons Tree Service, located in the Portage Lakes for all your tree service needs. It's McNeill & Sons Tree Service. And by C.H. Vallos Associates, home, auto, life, financial service needs. 75 years in the North Canton area. Nobody does it better. C.H. Vallos and Associates. Shout out to Chris in the game.
Nice milestone for Louisville senior Will Aljancic scores his 1,000th point tonight.
Nice.
1-0-0.
Sure we'll be picking up a Leopards game or two as we move into the new year.
Absolutely.
Across the timeline and went off the back of one of the Wildcats. Pucci steps into a 3.
Oh.
Got it. Or was that a 2? Ooh, Coach Creamer is getting in the face of the official over here and has to be corralled by his assistant, Coach Tyler Dunn. Not sure what Coach was upset about. If it had something to do with Jack Talkington, maybe getting fouled or something. Not sure.
Looks like he's got blood on the jersey, Sam. He's running the locker room to get that ironed out or switch jerseys.
Okay.
But nonetheless,
sure.
Coach C wasn't happy. Pucci Snyder up to 12 now for Wildcats.
That one official felt the wrath of Coach C. And now we're going to have a little conference. Okay, that's what I thought. That was a three-pointer. When that original shot went down, they did not put the arms up for the three.
Okay,
and I thought, well, that looked like a three to me. So
yeah,
it is a three-pointer.
He was deep in transition there.
The Grafton Reed to the backcourt. Double team gets it off there. Ethan Reagan. Here comes the full court trap. Rouse across the timeline. Dillon to the left wing. Rouse comes to a stop to Lukoski. Fumble the ball. Got it back. He'll bring it out to the top of the key to Rouse. Dillon goes inside. Put it up in. Nobody's foul. No basket. No basket.
Rouse going to get 2 more there, Sam?
Dillon with 10 points tonight.
Yep. Central's got 3 in double figures.
51-41 Crusaders. 4:02 left to go. Rouse free throw is good. So Dillon with 11. He's almost there. He's averaging about 13. No, he's 17 points a game. So a little work to do for Dillon Rouse. Outstanding baseball pitcher on the Crusader baseball team for Coach Dan Mazzarelli. He'll be back again this year.
I know another one of those outstanding ball players that hailed in the green and white. Sammy Bourquin. When you're spitballing with Sammy B.
I should have learned how to throw a spitball. Ball goes out of bounds in the corner, and it's going to stay with Canton South, much to the chagrin of DeMonte de Graffenried. 3:56 left to go in this one. And I think that's your old, oops, we messed up the first one, so we'll make it even. So an offensive foul is called on Simmons. So things are getting a little choppy here. 3:55 left to go. It's a 53-41 Crusader lead.
I don't know about that one, partner. But we'll take it, and we'll go the other way. Number 24, Tanner Bunish checking into the game. Ex-Glen Oak Golden Eagle.
Tanner just a sophomore. Got him at about 5'7". All right, here we go. Ball finally inbounded to Graffenried. DeMonte across the timeline. DeMonte line shoves it down to Stewart. Finley put it up. No good. And loose on the floor. Wildcats coming the other way. Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon leans in. Up. Good. Foul. Ethan Reagan with the foul. And all of a sudden, the Wildcats are not out of it.
What a big play there on both ends. I thought, Stewart's had a couple possessions tonight where I think they've rushed it. And I guess as I say that, here comes Talkington. And Stewart will take a break.
3:41 to go. It's 53-41. Fitzgibbon, line left, trying to complete the three-point play. Nope, off the front of the rim, no good. Crusaders get the offensive or the defensive rebound. 3:35 to go. Reagan thought about a triple, gets it back to the Graffenried. 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Crusaders with the ball on a 10-point lead.
Yes, he did.
And what do we got? Palm?
Yeah, he caught it on his hip there when he came through the crossover.
So that's a travel.
I'd like to see a set here from Coach Conley, see if Canton South can come out of this. Central still in that man-to-man defense. Can you get an easy bunny or find something?
Oh, I just looked up at the board. Canton South only has one timeout left.
Yeah, they've been burning them up.
3:28 to go in the game. Central up by 10. Wildcats with the ball. Fitzgibbon between the circles. Fitzgibbon. Now he picks up his dribble. Talkington all over him. All over him. And almost a turnover. The Wildcats keep it alive. Pucci on the right wing. Hutton gets it back to Fitzgibbon. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Fitzgibbon put it blocked by Talkington. Ball loose on the floor. Wildcats get it back. Pucci way out there for the three. No good. And DeMonte pulls down the rebound for the Crusaders.
He let that one go from Sheets.
Oh, my goodness. Here comes Volkoski across the timeline. Into the corner, Talkington. Jack, couple of dribbles into Volkoski. Little 10-footer, up good. That was a big hoop right there. Volkoski with 20 on the night, and it's a 55-43 Crusader lead. 2:30 to go in the game.
Partner, we haven't seen everybody in the county, but I'm going to be hard-pressed to guess many shoot it as smooth as he does.
He's going to be a good one. Luke Volkoski, again, just a sophomore. Had some really good minutes last year, the last half of the season, and Talkington with a push on the baseline. And that'll be the 6th team foul on the Crusaders, and on Jack, his 2nd personal foul. 2:19 to go. Crusaders by a dozen. 55-43. Fitzgibbon behind the three-point line. Now Snyder. Top to the key to Sadler. Sadler's got that big black knee brace on his left knee. Throws it on the left side to Snyder. Pucci on the wing. Stolen by Volkoski. And Snyder fouls him in the backcourt. And we will walk it again to the other end of the floor. And the Crusader defense, Lee, has been at times has been very good, forcing the issue, not committing a foul, getting the turnover, and then in turn they draw a foul and go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've had some great possessions, been stifling on D. They've changed defenses a little bit, but I think all in all, they've frustrated Canton South, made them trying to do some things they don't really want to do. And
Koski's first free throw is no good.
I was just going to say that's not the guy you want to send to the line, but before I did, he missed first. Rare miss for the young sophomore.
So Volkoski will try it again to split the pair. That one he left short off the front of the rim, and those volleyballed out on top to the Wildcats. Minute 55 to go in this one. Central by a dozen. Ball into the corner. Fitzgibbon fakes Talkington, goes baseline.
Nice
Wraparound
pass
inside.
Oh.
Blocked by Rouse. What do we got?
Got a new guy in
That was Luke Johnson, number 4, who is checked in. And Luke's going to shoot a couple of free throws. Luke, a 6'2 sophomore, will try 2 of them. The southpaw. First one is up and good. So Luke Johnson in the scorebook for the first time tonight.
It's a big, big time into the game for a sophomore getting in the game here, having to shoot a couple big free throws.
So he cans a couple of free throws to make it a 10-point game. Here comes the Wildcat pressure. DeGraff beats it across the timeline. Goes inside to Talkington. Fake, spins. Now Reagan. Ethan inside out. Needs some help. Needs some help. Ball poked away. Stolen. Oh, my goodness. Loose ball foul. On the Crusaders, and I think that's on Talkington, his 3rd.
What you don't like here as a coach either, Sam, is now they don't have to waste any clock. You go let him shoot a couple freebies with, I believe, Johnson, who just made a pair down here at the other end.
Not only you're tearing into the lead, the clock is not moving. You don't have to call your timeouts.
No, you're good on all 3
and
levels.
Now you're going to get it, if they get a couple, you're going to get it to single digits, which now breathes new life into your basketball team.
Exactly right. Momentum's shifting a little bit.
Luke Johnson's got a couple of free throws coming. Line left. Up, in and out. That was the 1-and-1, but now what do we got? Loose ball foul on Canton South. Boy, these officials have been tooting the whistle a lot here in the second half.
That might have been my fault.
Yeah, thanks. Because of a couple of charges here in the second half. So Dylan Rouse will shoot 2, line right. $1:30 to go. Central leads by 10. Trying to put the finishing touches on their 4th win, and Rouse misses the free throw. No good.
It's his 4th miss from the charity stripe tonight, Sammy. He's knocked some of those down. He's right at his average.
And Canton South has just called their final timeout. It's a full 1:30 left to go. We'll step away. Central Catholic 55 and Canton South 45. This is the Stark Media YouTube channel. Maslin, Tigers lead St. Thomas.
Last time.
God, I did it again. Check out LFoss23 on Twitter. You can check me out at SamBurkman16 on Twitter.
And we'll get to see that Aquinas Club Friday night, and pretty good team coming back from regional finalists last year.
Rouse free throw. That one circles and goes in. So Dylan Rouse with an even, got 13 on the night, does Rouse. $1:25 left to go in the game. Central by 11 at home, 56-45. South, it would probably behoove them to get moving here. Down 11 with 1:10 to go. Cross into the corner for Snyder. Pucci behind the three-point line. Out on top, Fitzgibbon threw it right into a trio of Crusaders and a foul. Kickball. So the Cats will inbound with 1:04 to go in the game. Central by 11. Wildcats with the ball. Fitzgibbon trying to spin his way out of trouble into a shot. Now he's on the wing, comes into the baseline, a little floater, glass rim, no. Rouse, another rebound for the Crusaders, and we are under 50 seconds left to go. And a turnover.
Nice tip there by Pucci.
Got it. Sadler going to go down, put it up, no good, and a late whistle and a foul on the Crusaders with 44.2 to go. DeGraffenried's going to pick up the foul, and for DeMonte, that's number 3.
I got a feeling by the time it's all said and done, Sammy, this Central team is going to be a tough out in that Division III tournament.
If they stay healthy and they can pick up.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 things that they have. Number 1, they got to hit their free throws.
Sure.
Work on their free throws. They got to stay healthy, and they're going to need to pick up one more scorer. And I don't mean a 25 a game guy, but somebody who can give them 10 or 12 points, whether it's off the bench or what have you.
Yeah, just give them another option. In lieu of what you just said, I think they've missed, I'm just counting about 8 free throws tonight.
Yeah. 42 seconds to go. Central by 10. 56-46. Wildcats to throw it in. Into the corner. Fitzgibbon for 3. A little flat. Rebound picked up by the Crusaders. Here comes Vukoski. Talkington. Jack will bring the ball out, and he forgot to bring the ball with him. Another Crusader turnover. 30 seconds to go. Fitzgibbon drives at the other end of the floor. Put it up, no. Talkington, another rebound for the Crusaders, and hopefully now the Wildcats will back off here. But they do not. Vukoski in the backcourt.
Might be getting
Luke's
close to
get
10.
Across the corner to Reagan. Ethan on the left side. And we'll count down the final seconds here. Crusaders by 10. Vukoski at midcourt with 5. Left wing to Reagan. Ethan will run out the clock, and that is it. Final score, Central Catholic 56. And Canton South 46. The Crusaders go to 4-0, and the Wildcats drop to 2-2. We'll take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll get some stats and analysis and wrap things up from Central Catholic. This is the high school basketball game of the week on the Stark Media YouTube channel. Media YouTube channel. Sam Bourquin and Lee Foster. Tonight, Central Catholic a winner by the score of 56-46. The Crusaders go to 4-0. And Canton South drops to 2-2. Partner, what do you got for numbers over there?
Yeah, let's break them down, Sam. After the first quarter, Central led 18-15. It was tied 25 all at the half. After 3, Central was leading 41-36, and they close out the game with a 56-46 win for the Crusaders at home. Individually and team stats in the ball game, we'll start with Canton South. Canton South, 19 of 44 from the field, 43%. Just 3 of 10 from the free throw line for 30%. Castle finished with 6 points. Poochie Snyder, 12 points. 2 of those were three-pointers. Simmons with 7. 1 of those was a 3. Fitzgibbon leads them with 15. 1 of 5 from the foul line for him. Sadler finishes for 3. His bucket was a three-pointer. And Johnson rounds out their scoring off the bench, was 2 of 3 at the free throw line for his 2 points. For your winners, the Crusaders from Canton Central Catholic. Dylan Rouse, he said, huge game. Didn't score in the first half, has all 13 in the second to go with a ton of rebounds. Jack Talkington finishes with 5. Reagan with 3. His bucket was a three-pointer. DeGraff and Reed also in double digits. He gets you 11. 1 of those buckets was a three-pointer. Volkowski, great game for the young sophomore. Knocks down 4 triples for his 18 points. Stewart, he finishes with 3. Lehman with 2. And Johnson 1 of 2 at the line for his 1 point. Total in the ball game for Central, they were 20 of 39 for the field, 51%. You got to love that if you're Coach Creamer. On the other side, you mentioned this late in that fourth quarter, just 10 of 18 from the free throw line. 8 misses, 55% at the line. Again, didn't matter tonight, but as you talked about, tournament time, that may make a difference. So that'll round out the game statistically for us, Sam.
All right, that is going to wrap things up here. We're getting a couple things posted on social media before we head on out of here. Make sure you check out the Stark Media Facebook page and at Stark Media Team on Twitter and, of course, Instagram. And the Stark Media YouTube page. Thanks to our good friends at the Spirit of Stark, Lindseys Pizza, McNeill & Sons Tree Service, and C.H. Vallos and Associates. Lee, man, we got to pick our finallyhereohio.com player of the game. I'll leave that up to you.
Well, I think it's got to be, I'll point to a few names here. We can go second half, we can go full game, but I think you got to go with the young sophomore.
I think you go with Luke Volkowski.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
No
Absolutely.
doubt.
Great game, and congrats to that young man.
So congratulations, Luke. You are the finallyhereohio.com player of the game. Check them out. Free hearing evaluations going on right now at 1201 30th Street Northwest in Canton. 492-1212. That's finallyhereohio.com. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from Central Catholic. Final score, the Crusaders 56 and Canton South 46. For my partner Lee Shooter Foster and the entire crew of Stark Media, I'm Sam Bourquin giving you that final score one last time. Central Catholic 56 and Canton South 46. So long, everybody.